Hey guys, this video was edited and uploaded from here, Parts Unknown, although it was previously recorded. Okay. I want to say please keep your hearts, minds, and prayers going toward Texas with this terrible, terrible Hurricane Harvey going through. I hope no one's injured. I hope nobody takes a loss. If you are one of those people that are impacted, I hope everything recovers well. Can Daddy cook?
Mm-hmm.
Dark rum and Coke. Take that, Captain Jack Sparrow. That's so stupid. All right, guys. Welcome to Daddy Cooks. My name is Phil. This is the Daddy Cooks Slow N Sear and Drip and Griddle review. All right, guys. I've used it for a couple of times, and now we're gonna review. I actually like the thing, and stay tuned. You will see why. Okay. Now, you notice what I'm wearing? This intro has been filmed after everything else. Reason being, we did a bunch of ribs and filmed all the beef footage, and the ribs are so good, we ate them. We didn't eat all of them. Kim asked me to smoke some ribs and freeze them because I'm getting ready to go away to Parts Unknown. I did that, but we ate some of them, so I ended up smoking some more today, and we're good to go on that one. All right, guys, but before we get into this, I want to do some shout outs. The first shout out I want to give is to the Adrenaline Barbecue Company. Shout out, shout out, shout out, because without them, there would be no review today. Okay, the next shout out is going to be Chef Lorius. I just found her yesterday. I was looking at various videos on how to make buttermilk biscuits, and I love the way she incorporates her butter, and I'm just giving her a shout out because I subbed to her, she subbed to me. Shout out, shout out. Another shout out I want to give is to Booger 500 US. Booger. She's a sweetheart. Mon ami. Poser. So I want to give you guys those shout. These are great channels, and I want you guys to check them out. Please support them. Now, other shout outs, I mentioned I'm going to Parts Unknown. These channels, these people are the ones that always support me and check up on me when I'm away, and hey man, how you doing? If you need something, I'll send it to you, that type of thing. And these channels are first and foremost Josie Road from The Road to Good Cooking. Shout out, shout out. We have Daryl Smith at Bad Beats Barbecue. Shout out, shout out. We have Lyle at No Hippie Barbecue. Shout out, shout out. And we have Lloyd Coakley's Barbecue Sauce. All right, they always keep up with me. And last but not least, love them to death, is Nan Papa. I'm not gonna put a link to them because they look, Octavia's back there smiling. She said, that's her dad and her papa. They don't do videos, but they're near and dear to our heart, and I just want to give them a shout out. Johnathan and Wendy, we love you. All right, she said, I love you. All right, guys. Now, speaking of Parts Unknown, like I said earlier, Kim wanted me to do some ribs and freeze them, okay? There's not gonna be a supporting cast. What I did with these ribs is obviously I took off the membrane, I cut off extra fat and cut off extra dangly pieces of meat so they won't burn, okay? I seasoned them with salt and pepper and Tango Joe's Southwest Sunset, all right, guys? And then I took them outside. I didn't put any oil on them. I didn't put any mustard on them. They were moist enough and everything stuck. I took them outside, okay? As far as the UDS, yes, I still use that. It works just fine. Okay, 3 racks of ribs went on the UDS, the Ugly Drum Smoker, or the NUDS, the Not Ugly Drum Smoker, and 1 rack went on to the Slow N Sear, and that is what the review is. Okay, guys, forgive the butter back here. I gotta make a lot of ghee, clarified butter, because I cook with that a lot, and I'm getting ready to go away, and I'll leave a link to how I do that in the description box at all. Again. All right, guys. Having said that, I will meet you out back. Hey guys, I'm out back, obviously. Forgive the grass. I'm about to take care of that in a little bit. Kind of embarrassing. Anyway, this is my review on the Adrenaline Barbecue Company Slow N Sear and Dripping Griddle. All right, I've used it. I'm outside. I'm not using a microphone, so please forgive the sound from the road over there. All right, guys. First of all, construction. This thing is very, very heavily and well made, welded. If you pick it up, it's got some oomph behind it. All right, guys. I'll show it to you here in a second. This is my second time I've used this. And as the direction said, or the instructions said, you take a scouring pad to the dripping griddle, and it returns to its normal finish because it has no finish. It's just welded out of the material that it's made out of. So that's magnificent. You can set this up in various configurations. All right, you can set it up in configuration by itself, the Slow N Sear with your charcoal grate, and you can do indirect and then sear on top of that if you want. You can use the Slow N Sear with the dripping griddle as a drip pan configuration and put it underneath to save any drippings if you want to use them for a sauce later, or if you just want to help keep your grill clean. Or you can use the Slow N Sear and put the dripping griddle on top of that. That way you have a small concentrated heat zone, and you can work from there and move away from it a little bit toward the flat edge to adjust your cooking when you're doing burgers, or you want to sear something or cook things like eggs or bacon or steaks, pork chops, things like that. Okay. Or obviously you can use the dripping griddle as a griddle. Just don't even put the Slow N Sear in there. Put you a half a bed of coals inside your charcoal grill, a Weber, by the way, 22-inch, and then just set the dripping griddle, the griddle right on top of the coals, and you got a full hot zone, and you can do your thing. All right, guys. So various configurations. Here's how I got it set up right now. Excuse the jiggly wiggly. All right, I have it set up. Slow N Sear over here. I'm gonna put some water inside the reservoir, and then I'm gonna have the dripping griddle underneath my ribs. I am gonna be doing some ribs as the title says. Now, I'm not gonna be following the directions exactly. Everything that I've seen in the directions say get you one of those little starter cubes, or one of them fire starter thingies. Stick it in the corner, light that, let your fire start going, then add your water, then it'll be your low and slow. I don't have one of those. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna show you here soon is I have 5 little charcoal briquettes, because I don't have any of them starters right there. I'm gonna use my torch and light those bad boys up from there, and then I add the rest of the charcoal. So let me get that done, and we'll continue on. Hey guys, we're back. It's about 2 hours in, continuing on with this review. We're about 2 hours in. I've been cruising about, it started out slower, but it eked its way up to just below 350. So Slow N Sear, the bottom vents, I've adjusted a little bit. I got one vent that's completely busted. I can't close it. So that's why my temperature's a little bit high. I got a busted Weber kettle. Somebody want to send me one? Feel free. All right, the address is right there on the Abouts tab. All right, guys, 2 hours. Let's see what we got. Wow, those are hot and very hot. Ooh. Dark, still got water running. Actually, they're darker than I expected, but still good. Let me check these bad boys. They feel pretty good. But there it is. I'm gonna go get my probe. I'll be right back. I'm gonna probe these bad boys. All right, let's see what we're looking like here. I'm just probing for tenderness, y'all. Not probing for temperature. Well, we got a ways to go still. Not quite butter, but I am gonna move these back a little bit from the fire. Got some pullback here. I'm gonna turn them around, and that's it. I'll check them again another hour. I think I'll start spritzing these now. I wasn't gonna spritz, but I think I need to. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, all spritzed, rearranged, moved back, lower temperature. We're going pretty good. We're going pretty good. All right, let me cover this bad boy back up. Liking the Slow N Sear. Now, all the hard work's done. We can, oops, there it is. All right, now you can, I feel better about the yard. Y'all see that? I feel better about the yard. Got that knocked out. All right, guys, we'll continue on. I'll check in about an hour or two, or check for tenderness. I'm cooking not by temperature. I'm really cooking by sight. Let me turn this around. Sorry for the blackout. Cooking more by sight, feel, texture. All right, guys. Believe it or not, the Slow N Sear was easier to maintain temperature initially than the UDS. Obviously, the kettle's smaller space to manage heat, but they both leveled out and everything's good to go, and we'll continue on in a little bit. All right. Hey guys, this is another hour in. They were cooking really hot and fast. Let me tell you what I did. I had to bring the temperature down. Like I said earlier, one of my bottom vents are broken. So what I did was I closed them off completely. I went and got a magnet. I got a magnet from, I'll let y'all see my face on this. I got a magnet. No, I'm not wearing a baseball cap. I got a magnet off of my refrigerator and covered up the other bottom two holes. That and opened up the top all the way, brought the temperature down to about 325, which is better. It was cruising up about 375, almost 400. Anyway, it was cooking hotter than I wanted. They were getting kind of dark, so I foiled them. Threw in some some Cochran's barbecue sauce, and I foiled them. Looks like this. Okay, so they're foiled. I'm gonna let them go for another hour, and then see what we got. All right, guys. So far, Slow N Sear, like it, doing good. Trial and error, working with it, and we'll see what happens at the end result. All right, guys, be right back. All right, guys, the ribs went for another hour in the foil. I'm about to put them back on here and let them go for a little while longer before I sauce them. But these things are screaming hot. This is a technique that I got. I always used to talk about gloves. This is a technique I got from Malcolm Reed, to be honest with you. These white cotton gloves underneath some black sterilized gloves. is not because of cleanliness, it's because these things are hot, and these things are screaming hot. Hope you can still hear me. I'll take this off. So let's see. Oh yeah, I can feel the heat, but they're not burning the crap out of me. Here's what they look like. There you go, guys. I'm gonna put them on this side, let them toughen up a little bit. I'm sorry, they're tender. This side's already sauced a little bit from what I had in the foil. I'm gonna put a little bit of sauce on here, let them sit for about 10-15 minutes, flip them, do the same side, same thing on the other side, and then gonna take them in. All right, guys, so far, Slow N Sear's doing great. Hope you guys can hear me. See you in a minute. I'm pouring it on and brushing it, guys, because I don't want to contaminate with meat into my jar. All right. Oh yeah. A lot of sauce, but that's all right. We'll flip it and move right along. All right. Be back about 15 minutes. This review is almost over, guys. And this turned out really, really good. What you didn't see was I flipped the rack of ribs, sauced the other side, let them go 15 minutes, and then I pulled them. I brought them in here, and they have rested about 10, 15 minutes or so. All right. I think they turned out great, but we got to do the rib test. Now, this is what they look like. Okay. These 3 racks are the ones that Kim conned me into cooking so she could freeze. All right. Because I'm getting close to going to parts unknown. And this is a Slow N Sear and a dripping griddle rack of ribs. All right, guys, I already cut a rib out. So let's do the test. First of all, smoke ring. Is that clear, baby? Look at that smoke ring, y'all. So yes, I do have a smoke ring. They're tender. Look at that bend. Now let's do the bite test. Here we go. Look at that, y'all. Clean bite. They're not overcooked. Oh my gosh. I put cookies on them. These are very tender, juicy, a lot of flavor. I'm gonna put this down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to forget it's Coakley. Hope that didn't bother y'all. All right, guys. A resounding success. I really, really like the Slow N Sear and the dripping griddle. You saw I did have some issues with temperature. Once again, my Weber kettle does have some shortcomings. Buy me one. No, don't buy me one. Send me a Kamado. Somebody send me a Kamado. Anyway, guys, back to all seriousness. I like it. There's my review. Guys, give me some comments on how you feel about it. And that's about it. My girls call me Daddy. And I review.
Can Daddy cook?